Hi guys, so yeah, I want to do another video kind of following on from the last video I did, because I felt it was very poignant. You know, I'm sure many of you are aware of how our emotions are always being well, put it this way, evil has a very definite agenda with regards to our emotions. It doesn't like us feeling our emotions. It's forever telling us how we're not supposed to express our emotions. It's okay to express happiness. It's okay to express anything emotional that is considered non-threatening, you know, but as soon as you start to express emotions that are considered a threat, they slap you down. The New Age very much is a case in point, where it's all about the brutal shaming. It's about shaming. I've made lots of notes on this because I'm very tired. I've not been sleeping well. Put it this way, a true soul traveler is real, is authentic, and the reasons that I do these videos, literally just putting myself out there, you know, putting my cards on the table and just being me at any given moment, in all my rawness and all my wonkiness, in my light, in my darkness, in my up, in my down. The reason I do that is because I feel that it is a way to show other soul travelers that there is only one way to be, and that is real, be authentic. We live in a world, right, where expressing your emotions is frowned upon, and there's a reason for that, okay? The reason is this, I feel, and I'm going to try and explain this as best I can. Your emotions are your inner compass. They are your Geiger counter to truth, okay? Now, in my last video, do you remember how I mentioned where narcissistic abuse, especially covert narc abuse, is often done in a way that your mind doesn't recognize, because you have been narcissistically abused your entire life and you've been trauma-based mind controlled not to recognize the abuse because of toxic shame, because of shame. I'm bad, I'm no good, and you know, I'm bad. It's a very complex situation, because it's mind control, and then, you know, they muddy the waters to make it seem deep. It's called mind control. So your mind is, your consciousness is what has been hijacked, or at least a part of it, and you've been divorced from your true self, which is why you're always in a state of doubt, which is why you're always second guessing yourself, and which is why when you're being narcissistically abused for the longest time, most people aren't even aware that they're being abused, right? Let's face it. But for your soul traveler here, it's like we're at this point now, the point of no return, where it's blatantly obvious. It's blatantly obvious, you know, that this is abuse, and we're rewilding ourselves, which is all, it's all very, very meaningful. This is a very important point we're at here. Something is happening that is very profound, because it isn't just the external narcissists, you know, the whole grit, the whole toxic virtual grit we refer to as reality, and all the virtual characters, the Fibonacci demons, the garbage demons, call them whatever you like, the virtual people in it. They are all narcissistic, abusive, they're liars, and honestly, they're a cauldron of toxic, gaslighty contradictions. You know, your doctor that tells you that you have an imbalance in the brain and need to go on antidepressants is a lying bastard. You're depressed for a reason. You're depressed because you're a beautiful, radiant, infinite being of light having an experience of being in hell. What it is basically is what they keep saying to us is, well, we're torturing you, you know, we're waterboarding you, and or we're pulling out your toenails, but you aren't allowed to scream. You're not allowed to scream and to cry and to point out that what is happening here is evil and bad. No, you're not allowed to do that. I was watching this documentary about the FLDS, or the FLSD, and it's all about the Mormon Church, or rather the branch of the Mormons that still practice plural marriage. I think it's called that. And it was about Warren Jeffs and, you know, these people, they have like 1 million wives and all that. And it was called Keep Sweet, Pray and Obey. And that's such a good analogy of it, really. I learned a lot watching that documentary, actually. It was very enlightening. Very enlightening. There you have all these women that are being brutally subjugated, mind control, especially when you're born into that cult, from the get-go, mind control, that whatever they do to you, however you're treated, it doesn't matter how evil, how utterly dreadful, harmful, destructive, dark, twisted, whoa, like an 89-year-old man has just married another 15-year-old girl kind of thing. You're supposed to, you know, have conjugal relations with this creature. Keep sweet, pray and obey. You never complain, you never get upset, you never say anything, you never do anything, you simply keep sweet, you comply. Now apply that to the realm and it's exactly the same. What do you think the New Age is all about? Right? It's all about telling you that those pesky negative emotions that you feel need to be ignored. You need to ignore that because you're a bad person for feeling these negative emotions. You're a bad person for feeling this hatred or this rage. You're a bad person for feeling anything that is other than some sort of it's almost like they want you in a kind of, like I mentioned yesterday, that it's like a fucking insane asylum. You know, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. And what it is really, when you look at most of these sort of NPCs, these Fibonacci, the New Age Fibonacci demons, it's like they've all had a lobotomy. They are lobotomized. They're kind of very, it's like, oh good, they're a bit drooly, aren't they? And they're always happy, kind of vacant, empty, happy, zen, bliss, oh the power of now, good, you know, that's it. Because because that does not pose a threat to the forces of evil. That doesn't pose a threat to the dark generator, you see. Oh, it's all about ignoring all the negativity. Ignore that and just be happy, be zen, you know, keep sweet, pray and obey. Well, that's not real and that's not authentic. That is living a giant, putrid, rotting fucking lie. The truth, when you really do the inner work and start to listen to yourself, start to witness your own mind, which isn't your own mind, that's just it, that's the paradox, trauma-based mind control, your left brain paradigm, that part of you that is forever kicking the shit out of you, you know, oh, don't beat yourself up, you know, that's always beating you up. That inundation of negative energy whereby it literally is at you, and that's why you feel depressed. You know, I caught David Icke doing it. Oh, people that feel depressed and oh, it's very negative. Yeah, it's very heavy, it's negative energy, it's very low vibrational. I'm like, wow, caught you. You see, false light prophets. There are many of them. False light prophets. It isn't, yeah, it's low vibration. Of course it is. Because why is it low vibration? It's because that is where they want us. That is why they've trapped us on these lower vibrations. They've done it through the trauma-based mind control. Right? And that's really what it's all about. It's weaponry. When you start to heal, when you become aware that you need to go within, that you need to start to excavate all the trauma, when you become aware that you are programmed, literally programmed like a computer, and that mechanism is inside your head and is violently, insidiously attacking you through your emotions, ergo anxiety, depression, unease, confusion, self-doubt, self-punishment, self-attack, self-hate, chaos. You start to become really aware of it. You start to experience emotions that frighten you. They frighten you. You've been taught to be frightened of these emotions. These emotions make you feel bad, guilty, sinful, because you've been programmed to judge yourself for having these emotions. I am bad, I shouldn't feel this way. See? And the New Age is right there to say, well, yeah, that's right, you know, having these emotions means you're a bad person. You're very low vibration. You know, you're creating shit because you're having these negative emotions. But it's imperative for the forces of evil that you stay stuck in that paradigm. And the guilt, yeah, and God, the guilt means that you require courage and persistence. You need to face that guilt. That's part of that whole paradigm, that guilt, that shame. Oh, I'm so bad for having these negative emotions. Oh, I better go and meditate the fuck out of myself, yeah, so that I don't feel these negative emotions. But if you don't feel these negative emotions, you will not get at the truth. You will not be liberated. You will not elevate. You will not rise. You will not change. You will not heal. You will stagnate and you will rot. Just like they all are. All the New Age Fibonacci demons, they're all narcissists. Every single one. when you're out and about living your life now in this high-pitched, weird distortion, and you feel like you're going insane, and you scream and you rage and you rant and you rail and you grieve, then you're being real. You're doing the healing work, because I call it the hell contagion. It's all that programming and it's all that trauma that we have sustained here, right? That evil uses against us. Evil is using your left brain paradigm to control you. The dark generator is using your left brain, your trauma, to control you, to make you feel this deep shame, this whole experience of powerlessness and of guilt and of shame, that, oh, I'm such a bad person. But this is why so many on the external, so many of these beings are addicted to this whole kind of like, oh, we've got to raise our vibration, and the way to raise your vibration is by being happy. It's by being happy. I came across this YouTube channel, and it was of this young woman, and it was called something the sensitive soul, and it was all about, oh, you twin flames and light worker and star seeds, and how to do this and how to do that, how to raise your vibration by eating cucumber, and how to raise your vibration by this, and how to raise your There was not a mention of how to raise your vibration by being fucking authentic, by being real, and by owning all your emotions and all the insanity within, to witness yourself, to go within and to witness what is happening inside your own mind and inside your and in your emotions. What is happening? What is going on? They don't want you doing that. They do not want you doing that. Your emotions will tell you the truth. Always. They won't lie. I promise you, they don't lie. Your emotions don't lie. They tell you the truth. They want you to bypass all of that. Spiritual bypassing. It's, you know, all these narcs are crawling out of the slimy woodwork now, guys, because it's repression, it's oppression, it's suppression time, because sovereignty and self-activation and fulfilling your rightful destiny totally depends on you feeling your feelings and freely expressing them, right? Not in a harmful, destructive way, but for it to be channeled in whichever way that you channel it. I do this by doing YouTube videos on the Kismet spiral, and if I feel like the other day with this fucking lawnmower business, if I feel like screaming, I will do that. It shows you guys that, hey, it's okay, it's good, it's fine. Express yourself. You know? There is ample opportunity to do this. Find your safe places to do that. And if any motherfucker comes at you, like they did with me, and feel the need to say, well, what's wrong with you? Why are you being like that? You know, cop up now, come on, pull your socks up, and, you know, just be positive, you know. You tell them to go fuck themselves, because that is narcissistic abuse. These things, these Fibonacci demons, you will know, never change. Never change. They never change. They get very, very, very uncomfortable when you are there expressing yourself, right? Letting it out. You need to let it up and you need to let it out. You need to own that shit. This, whatever this is some serious fucking nasty bullshit. We're not meant to feel happy and satisfied and fulfilled. The people who feel happy, satisfied, fulfilled, who are all Aum and all Zen, are lying fucking demons. They are mundane reality reinforcement officers. They are Fibonacci demons. I was having some lunch the other day with a friend, and behind me there was a group of people, and they were just like that. They were having a conversation and I was just listening in. And it was all about, oh, yes, I really do need my guided meditation because my vibration is so much better. And I just feel so happy all the time, you know. And I just look at the world and I just think it's such a wondrous place. Oh, I often feel like I'm in paradise. And the others were, and then they were going on about how they were going on their holiday to Florida and how they'd all had their jab and, you know, how. And the conversation just took a right nosedive from there. It was like, and these are the types of assholes that I'm talking about. I mean, they are some toxic, distorted, disgusting. They are Fibonacci demons. It's mocking. It's a mockery. They mimic soul travelers, souled people. I look at my comments that I get. And thank you for your comments, by the way. I really do appreciate it when you leave comments and when you talk to me about your own churnings, your own experiences, you know, what you're going through, what you're feeling, what you're observing within your consciousness and with, you know, the whole hall of mirrors we laughingly refer to as reality. You know, and Carrie Butler, thank you for that. And you know, it's so true, my darling. You know, it's like everywhere you drive now, the roads are being pulled up. There's roadworks absolutely everywhere, but inevitably you get there and there's nothing happening. People are either driving like they've just smoked a shitload of crack and are busy going at it, or you get these, like you say, driving really slowly. They're always there in their car on their own with a mask, where, like, you know, go you know, this whole thing is virtual. Learn to understand this, people. They're virtual people. They're not souls. I bought an appliance some while back, and there was a problem with it, right? So I had to call them, and they had to send somebody out to deal with it. And shortly before that, I'd had somebody in to paint my living room and my kitchen. And it was like, oh my God, the face is different, but it's exactly the same entity. Except that they say the same things. Oh, I've just had my booster. And oh, I'm going on holiday. And they like to talk about how much money they have. They measure everything in monetary value. Oh, I have money and I have this and I have that and we're going on a holiday and I've just had my booster. And it's like, yeah, you're an NPC. Often enough, they're harmless, but they never have any morality. They will lie, they will gaslight, they will cheat. I still think that's harmless because I see right through that and I know what I'm dealing with. But I suppose it isn't really harmless because when they're dealing with soul people who as yet haven't arrived on that level and get to see what's really going on, then they get taken in by that garbage, right? Because they stand there and they tell you a pack of lies about your appliance and oh, it's this and oh, it's that. And it's like, I'm like, no, it isn't and it isn't. And I need this to be sorted out tout de suite or I'm going to be taking the correct action and, you know, get this sorted out, mate. I'm no mug. You don't get to gaslight me, motherfucker. And then it's like, oh, don't you get upset with me? Don't you have that attitude with me? It's like that you get abused in this motherfucking realm. Left, right, and fucking center every fucking day. It's torture. And it is the ultimate truth that you're there basically being tortured, and they're all there saying, oh, yeah, okay, well, we're torturing you and we're tormenting you, we're fucking with you, fuckery, 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 but you're not allowed to scream, you're not allowed to say anything, you're not allowed to point it out, you're not allowed to speak the truth, you're not allowed to feel the truth, you're supposed to toe the line and go along with it. This is the status quo. Keep sweet and obey like every fucking body else. Just do as you're bloody told. Comply. Right? But you're there and you're a soul traveller. You know, and you're like, no, I'm not going to put up with this. We're asserting ourselves now more than ever before, guys, you know, for sure. And they don't like it. It scares them. It scares them. They don't like it, you know. See, they want us to reject our negative emotions, because these negative emotions are a major indicator of something being wrong here. That's the truth. They are truth. They are truth. Right? They don't like it, and they will attack. And they're virtual. They're virtual. They are virtual entities parading, mimicking souled beings. You're a covert narcissist. Oh, I care about you. What's wrong with you? Why are you so negative? Why aren't you just happy and positive? Because we're all happy and positive. Very strange. And it's like, well, I've known you now for a couple of years and you haven't changed. When you get really superb at recognizing narcissists, virtual Fibonacci demons, when you get really good at recognizing it and no longer second guessing yourself and no longer giving them second chances or third chances, but recognizing off the cuff that, okay, I feel you may get into a conversation with somebody and they may say all the right things, but something just feels off. It's like, I feel there's a hollowness there. Hollow. Empty. It's all superficial. It's very superficial feeling. You know? Superficial, hollow and empty. And you say all the right things, but I can tell you're not feeling it. So I'm going to get rid of you. I don't want you in my life. Or you get comments that say, oh, you need to come in and help this person, and you need to come in and I'm under having mind control and I need your help. It's all this weird, erratic, weird shit. It's like block and delete, block and delete, block and delete. This is my YouTube channel. This is my sacred space. Respect my boundaries or get going. I know something is off about you. So I'm not going to second guess myself. You're out. Gone. You know, for those of you who still have to go to work, I mean, that's got to be really, really difficult as well. It's like you're there, surrounded by these Fibonacci demons, the garbage demons, the weird virtual entities, keeping sweet. You know, they don't like us living out loud. They do not fucking like it, guys. The reason that they're crawling out of the woodwork every fucking where now. And every time we have to go out there, what I mean by that, I don't mean going into nature. I go into nature, that's fine, that's lovely, that's good, that's healing. But I mean, you have to go to work. Or there's shit you have to do your food shop. You have to go there to get that sorted. You have to go there to get that sorted. You have to go take your car to be fixed. You know, and there's a guy there and he's got a really nice dog. And you think on the face of it, oh, he's nice and he's this and he's that. But no, he's an NPC. Nothing there. You know, and you've just arrived and he's having a conversation with somebody, a customer, whatever. And it's all yap, banal fucking garbage. And you're stood there and it's like, hello? Yeah, thanks. You know what I mean? And then they give you that look like, oh, how rude. No, yeah, well, I'll just stand here for another 20 minutes whilst you have a fucking ridiculously banal conversation over, I don't know, fuck knows. No. They don't like it when you're assertive. You know what is what. You know that because your intuition is there and your emotions are there telling you, I don't like to be treated this way. This ain't right. Fear, shame, you're a bad person. Be afraid. Just toe the fucking line. Be nice, keep sweet, obey. They're there having a lovely, never-ending, banal conversation. You need to just stand here like an idiot for half an hour whilst they carry on doing that and ignore you until you finally get served. That's what it means to be a good person. You start getting assertive because you feel that emotion of anger telling you this is all out of whack and this ain't right and I don't like this. So you get assertive, right? Shame, guilt. Oh, you're a bad person. Oh, you're a bad person. Now that is the dark generator. It's like this guy came around, this was last year, where I want my kitchen floor taken up and replaced with wood. Well, it is wood now, but it's old. So this guy came around. The minute I looked at him, I thought, nah, I don't like you at all, but okay, I need to get this sorted, so I'll let you get on with it. So he ended up quoting me a figure that was so utterly ridiculous. I just laughed at him, literally. I was like, alright, yeah, right. You're a fucking demon, aren't you? I mean, his face was all weird and twisted. His eyes were black as pitch. You know, if he'd had a forked tongue and a fucking, and a tail and horns, I wouldn't have been surprised at all. And he looked at me and he, you know, I've got to charge you because I've got to move the fridge. And I'm like, what, you're going to charge me 60 quid for having to move the fridge? I said, look, get the fuck out of my house right now, right? I'm very assertive nowadays. I don't take shit from people, but I still get the dark generator, attacking me, making me feel bad. It's that shame that they've put into us. The shame meaning the sense that you're just intrinsically all wrong and bad, and that everybody else out there is good, and that mass consciousness knows the truth and has the truth, and that everything out there is the truth, and that you're fucking wrong and you don't know anything and you need to trust the experts and second guess yourself, and you shouldn't feel any negative emotions, let alone express them, because that means you're bad. It's like catch-22. Oh, you do that in a work. Really pay attention to what is happening within your mind, within your emotions. That's what it means to go within, guys. Really pay attention to everything. Right? Because you live your life, everything around you has an effect on you. Every fucking thing. Even sleeping and dreaming, watching a movie, driving to work, going to do your food shop, go meet a friend for lunch, whatever you do, wherever you go, everything has an effect on you. And because we live in such a toxic hell realm, it's gonna affect you in a negative way. It's gonna trigger you, and and these emotions will come up and all the shit. Witness what is happening within you. What's happening? What am I feeling? What am I thinking? What is going on? Really get into that. Really go within. This is the only fucking way, people. Yes, it can also affect you in a positive manner. Of course, when you're in nature, when you see a beautiful animal, when you see a beautiful tree, when you spend time, if you're lucky enough to know any, with another soul traveler, and you're being genuine and real and treat each other with love and dignity, then that is also something that makes you feel good. It makes you feel that love, that is who you really are. Infinite, unconditional love. But now, mostly, we're just being triggered. The so-called negative emotions are being triggered because they tell us the truth. Oh, evil doesn't like that. It doesn't like that. And oh, it's so agitated. So it's sending all these narcs banging, coming through, you know, crawling out of the woodwork and banging on our door and leaving these horrible comments and sending us fucking emails and this, that and the other. And it's like, all you need to do is don't engage in any kind of interaction with them. Block and delete. Block and delete. Block, delete. Poof, gone. And yeah, there will be something, no doubt, coming up saying, oh, you shouldn't have done that. Oh, you're out of order. Oh, you're a bad person. And it's like the dark side attacking you because you are growing stronger. You are growing stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. And it is more and more and more and more terrified because you're slipping out of its grasp. You're elevating. You are fucking well raising your vibration by being genuine, by being real, by being truthful with yourself about what you're really feeling and expressing that. Yes, by going within and understanding that there is a part of your mind that is torturing you on behalf of the dark generator, which uses that. It's a plug, and the socket is inside your left brain paradigm, and it plugs in and all day, every day, and it's been happening your entire life. All your life. They want you to carry on not knowing, not hearing that. They don't really want you to go within. They want you to bypass. They want you to pretend everything is fine and zen and aum. Right? They don't want you feeling your feelings. They don't want you knowing the truth. And they don't want you to heal. They want you to stay in the matrix as a battery. That's the name of the game. Man, I am an advocate for feeling your feelings, no matter how ugly they're deemed to be by the Fibonacci demons. Okay? We are not the ones that are toxic. We are soul travelers, okay? We have walked through hell, yet we have maintained our purity, our love, our compassion, our empathy. We have power. Truly, we do. Because this whole, like I said in my last video, this small, tormented creature, that is not really who we are. That's an illusion. This whole experience is an illusion. When you start to realize the truth, that it's all a lie, when you've done enough soul retrieval work and reconquered the occupied territories in your psyche to such a degree that you begin to really understand, like the high priestess in the tarot, to really finally understand that you've been had, that you are powerful. Your power, it's a different kind of strength. I said it in my last video. It's not about, oh, we're gonna fight evil now, we're gonna kick shit, like whatever, kick ass. No, that's not it. It lies in letting it go, because all of a sudden you understand, oh my god, I get it now. I don't need to interact with it anymore. Block and delete. Block and delete. Your emotions will always tell you the truth. If you're watching a film, a movie, and it's all wrong, your emotions will, you begin to feel, oh, okay, off. Get rid of that. A person, oh, off. Get rid of that. Oh, this place, I don't like it, off. Get rid of that. They will always tell you the truth. You're rewilding yourself. You are gaining back your power, your awareness, your innate knowing of what is what and what to do and what not to do. All of it, all of it. And that is only the beginning. That's the tip of the iceberg, guys. That is what power is. You're no longer lost. You get? You now know. Oh, get it? You begin to realize this is all virtual. And the reason that it's virtual is because that part of our psyche, and you need to really watch all my videos, because there is a line throughout all my videos that is the story. Do you understand? It's difficult to explain, but your consciousness went click out of alignment so that you have a duality experience, and there's far more to that, and it's far more complex. But the part of your consciousness that has gone out of alignment it isn't natural. Evil is not a natural thing. Just like the Fibonacci code is an indicator that this is all fake, right? Because it's just repetitive over and over and over and over again. It cannot expand. It cannot be what it is not. It's limited and it has feet of clay. And so all the virtual people are the same. Repeat the same thing over again forever. Right? So, you know, this entire virtual ridiculousness is being cast around us by, let's say, a malfunctioning pineal gland. Your pineal gland doesn't really exist, of course. It's just a symbol for it. Okay? How do we fix it? We fix it not by, oh, we have to get to grips with this world and we have to force it to be something else. We have to make it something better. That's like me trying to say, oh, I don't like this cup. I want it to be a different shape, so I'm going to make it a different shape. It's not going to work, is it? We let go. We stop pushing, we stop trying to make it into something that it isn't. We go within. We pay great attention 24/7 to everything that happens within us. Right? It's virtual, it triggers the fuck out of you. You feel that, because you see what is really happening now. This is the feel-safe mechanism extraordinaire that is happening here, that is happening. This is it. You get hurt, you get triggered in every imaginable way, and it heals you. That's why evil can never fucking win. Evil is not natural. Inversion, duality is not natural, guys. It isn't natural at all, and it has feet of clay, and it is dying. It is seriously malfunctioning, and it's vicious. You know, as a result, cornered rats. Oh, well, I like rats, so cornered demons, okay? Let go more and more and more. Relinquish. Take your hands off it. Go in here and just let it go. And keep feeling your feelings and keep being real and being authentic and expressing. And if you feel like screaming, scream. And if you feel like fucking swearing, swear. It will tell you that as well. Oh, it's not spiritual to swear. No. See, shame. Again, oh, you're a bad person for swearing. Wow. Anything to keep us trapped. This is what keeps us stuck to the wheel. But you see, this is the clearing out, the detoxing of the hell contagion. All that trauma, all that fake persona, all that trauma, all the etheric implants, all the negative toxic sludge, you know? Yeah, and have you not noticed how your truth and your power and your clarity and your ability to understand and see and wow is rising exponentially? Surely you see that, right? It's incredible. We don't get out of the matrix by trying to force it to be something else. There isn't really. The matrix, it's a bit of an illusion. It's all these different bandwidths, and it is very vibrational. I can hear all these different sounds all the time, and all these different sounds are all these different, you know, vibrational realities. Reality is vibrational, it's energetic, it is sounds. Right? When you do your inner work with honor, with integrity, with persistence, with courage, i.e. with love, yes? When you do that, you will keep clearing out that hell contagion, and it will be very difficult. Yes, of course. Great deal of resistance and insanity. Many a time you will think you're not going to make it, because all the lies. This is who you are. You're small, you're powerless, you're bad. You better not feel those pesky emotions. Be nice, be happy, keep sweet and obey. But you somehow always get through it. Oh, find, you always do. It's like that lamb incident when I found a poor little beastie, but it shifted stuff, it brought shit up, it excavated trauma from within me, it came up, it felt dreadful, right? I was lying in bed, I was sweating, and it was all these voices in my head, psychic attack, you're this, you're that, you're gonna die, images in my head of being stabbed with knives, being ripped open, having my head torn open, all kinds of weird, insane, demonic garbage. But I know how this works, and I know how to navigate through it, because I've gone into myself and I've reconquered the occupied territories, and my true self is stronger now than it's ever been before, and it's got my back. And I'm like, yeah, I know what this is. You know, you get stronger and stronger and stronger, and then you get to a point where, yeah, you really don't, you don't play the game anymore. It's very hard because we're used to always having to do something. Well, you can't just sit and do nothing. You need to be busy, you need to do something, you need to eat something or buy something or watch something or do something. Have you noticed how insistent that is? That program, you have to do something. Why can't you just sit there and do absolutely nothing? Why do you feel the need to put food in your mouth all the time? Why do you feel the need to buy something you don't need? Why do you feel the need to, I don't know, engage in anything? Right? Why? Because it wants you to keep being distracted from the truth, from your emotions. The most difficult emotions, you'll find they affect you physically as well, by the way. This is very emotional, very physical, very energetic. The deepest, darkest trauma within you, all of that has to be faced and released. All of it, all of it, all of it. So shit happens, the tower, yes? The tower in the tarot is where shit happens. You get triggered, horrible nasty shit happens, or just horrible, like, you know, you're in the traffic and it's all fucking shit. There's a really good film about that called Falling Down with Michael Douglas. If any of you can watch that film, it's really good. It's a good film. It's very indicative, you know, of truth, of feeling like I'm gonna lose it now, I'm gonna go on a fucking killing spree. You're not going to go on a killing spree at all, but there's so much pent-up, repressed emotional trauma in you that needs to be released. It cannot stay there. It will fucking keep you trapped in the matrix, because that's existing on this level, this vibration, this bandwidth. There are various bandwidths of that toxic sludge, and you will stay there if you don't do the inner work. You'll never go anywhere. You'll stagnate in hell. That's why they don't want you going within. That's why every effort now is made. And all these narcs coming out of nowhere go, ooh, you're so bad for feeling your emotion. You're so bad for expressing yourself, for swearing, for screaming, for shouting, for being passionate, for being real, for being authentic. You're bad, you're bad, you're bad, you're bad. Meaning, oh, we're so scared, we're so scared, we're so scared, we're so scared. We don't want you leaving here because we need your energy to recreate and live here and exist, and we don't want want to die, motherfucker. That's really what that means. Yeah, I'm rough around the edges. I've been here in hell for 54 years. What the fuck? What, you expect me to be fucking Heidi here? Fuck off! Unbelievable. Yeah, we're pulling out your toenails, but you shouldn't scream, because that means you're a bad person. Fuck off. I see the truth because I feel the truth. I feel it, and so I see it, and I know it intrinsically, and I'm healing. And as I'm doing that, I am raising my vibration. I am elevating. And soon, we will transcend this toxic sludge bandwidth, right? We will. That is what it's all about. It's not about, well, I don't like this cup. I want it to be a different shape. I'm going to force it. No. Let go. This is all virtual and it's shit. Let it go. I had to let go of that little lamb. I had to let that go. It didn't want me to. It wanted me to agonize and agonize and agonize. It triggered a lot of stuff in me. So I sat with that and I explored that, all the different facets, and I understood what it was all about. And I had to work through that. And a healing took place. It was hard. It felt dirty. The energy was, oh, dirty, disgusting. It was a detox. And I'm the better for it now. I'm not scared of negative emotions. I've been feeling them for fucking years. In fact, hey, I've been feeling them and repressing them for the vast part of my life. I'm repressing them now, and I haven't done for years. And I've moved up and I've elevated and elevated. I understand now, like the high priestess, far better what is really going on. I understand the virtual insanity, that is being created by a consciousness temporarily out of alignment, but slowly but gradually becoming whole again. Wholeness is what it's all about, becoming one again, whole, healing the fake persona, bringing it back. Left brain hemisphere, right brain hemisphere, one, connected, whole, and elevating. That is the light reset. That's what I call the light reset. Everything will shift. Gradually, possibly. Who knows? But it will happen. Because we transcend this garbage. We'll float up and it will be no more. And they, the Fibonacci demons, the garbage demons, will be no more. The narcs will be no more. They cannot come with us. They cannot elevate. They cannot raise their vibration. Because they are of hell. And that is where they belong. And that will all cease to exist, guys. So, feel your feelings. Keep going within. Keep doing the work. You will all find your way through this. If you are a soul traveler, you will find your way through this. You will. It is your destiny. Freedom. Wholeness, true well-being, magic, miracles, all of it is yours by right. And the only reason that we call them magic, the only reason that we call them miracles is because we're used to this inversion garbage, which is gaslighting. It makes you think, well, this is how it's supposed to be. No. Magic and miracles are real. It is the natural order of things, guys. Okay? Not this. This is bullshit. This is a lie. And what you have been in this is also a lie. None of this is true. Okay? Anyway, I'm going to call it a day there. And I just needed to do this video. I needed to get this thing out because I felt like, wow, really? We are powerful, we are beautiful, we are good, we are pure, we are true. We are beings of light. And we have walked through hell. And we have walked through our own inner hell. We have to. There is no other way. How can you heal something you won't even acknowledge? What the fuck? Right? So feel your feelings. Live out loud. Fear not. All shall be well. Mwah.